Alright, so let's tear this thing apart. Pretty sure that's a piece of copper. Plastic, nothing special on there. Ooh, look at all the goodness. Lord have mercy, I never expected to find this much in here. Look at this. All that goodness. Damn! A lot more in there than I thought. Pretty good size compressor. Lots of wire. Probably some. What we got here? Some brass. Yep. A little bit of brass. I'm sure there's probably right in here some silver. So I'm going to see if I can find the silver in here. Wherever there's a clicker on a appliance, there's generally a little bit of silver in there. So I'm going to see what we can find there. I'm taking all these screws out. You see a screw? Take it out. Alright, one motor. I'll be taking this apart and getting the copper out of it. Getting the copper out of it. And that little piece right there could be brass, I don't know yet. I know if I can get it out of there. Get my little magnet over there so I can touch stuff to it. No, that's a piece of steel. Junk. There. Cardboard. Cardboard. Start out with one bit and just take out every screw. You see? Excuse me. Damn it. Pollen. Damn it, pollen. Taking all the screws you can see that use that particular bit. This thing still has paperwork in it. Still has the paperwork. That was not copper, I thought it was. Alright, looking for screws. Screws. Oh, there's some screws. Need a longer bit. Come on. It's silly. I'm going to inspect that for silver. I'm not throwing that away yet. Cut off the clamps. Anywhere you see them, get rid of them things. It makes it a pain in the butt getting the wires apart if you don't. So I always get rid of them. Always. I personally cut all these ends off, clean them up. That's aluminum, so I save it. I unplug everything, cut it just as short as I can after I get it off. That's aluminum, so I save them. Once I get enough of them, I'll melt them down. I'll melt them down, make a nice bar of aluminum. One day. It's not today. I save all my wire. I actually have a stripper. This is aluminum wire here, so I probably won't strip that, bring it in like it is. I don't like to see anything go to waste. I don't like to see anything go to waste, so anything that's on this thing, I am taking it out. This is not worth stripping unless it's copper. This is all aluminum. I even go as far as to take these here apart. I know a lot of people don't. I just do. And I find, believe it or not, that there's silver inside of these. I think I might find some silver inside of this. And let me see. That's about it. So this and this, I feel like contains silver. So I'll be investigating these items before it's over with. So I tear the whole thing apart. If it has aluminum on it, I keep it. And that sticks to a magnet, so it's not aluminum. And this here will just come off, and I'll be able to see what I got there. So I'll be taking this apart. This I know is just nothing but steel and a light. Nothing there. I've got these things just about as short as they can get, so I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting that. Finish cutting the ground down here. Cut this away. Actually, lift it right out of there. Now I got a cord. And at the end of this cord is brass, so I'll be pulling them out. But in the meantime, I'm just going to cut it off. Inside this, I'm finding some people bring this in as what they call, I guess, 40% plastic, but I have, this wire is thin and they call it number 2, but I have a stripper and this thing will run through that, zip, right through the stripper, takes off the big one. I can run all 4 of them little strands right there down through that stripper and come out with a good number 2 copper. So one day I'll do a stripping video. So far I haven't done that. I'm just getting started, and to be honest with you, I literally just have not taken my stripper out of the box. I just got it, bought it on Amazon. It's a really nice one. But I still to this day have not taken it out of the box, and I've had it for a week now. So, here we go. Alright, so we got some scrap metal. We have, nice, with a heavy duty, looks like copper pipe coming on this end, I'm not sure. Yeah, copper pipe. So now I got this off with basically 2 coils, and what I'll do is come through here and cut these all off. So I'll strip them right off. I'll separate these. It'll be easier to. It'll be a lot easier to clean off the copper. But I'll take the copper off of these. I guess just like everybody does. Although I do see some local scrappers to me that they don't. Amazingly enough, they'll take the whole daggone thing in as one unit and not separate it. And that just blows my mind. I take everything down and get every little piece that I can out of it. I know this little bag has a little coil in it. Let's see if I can get it out. There's a little coil of copper, and there's no way I'm letting this thing go down the road for scrap metal. Scrap metal's 10 cents a pound. Copper's a lot more. Look at that. That's #1 copper because it's heavy duty. That's #1. Don't want to throw that away. If he would have just taken this thing and thrown it away, it probably weighed 15 pounds, literally. You get a penny a pound. So $1.50 I would have got for this. When I'm going to turn this all into good stuff. I'm not letting this go. I'll be cutting all them pins off. They'll be mine. Copper. This is more copper right there. And now I still have this motor. This bad boy right here. This whole thing right here. Which I'll be able to make. If I don't cut it open, and I haven't cut one open yet, it's been very tempting. I haven't cut one open yet, but I know that I get 14 cents a pound like that. But before I bring that in, again, I make sure I get all the goodness off of it. And I have a magnet right here. It tells me whether it's copper or aluminum. It's aluminum. I keep it. Now, I'm pretty sure inside of this thing right here, I'm going to find a piece of silver. So I'm going to continue work at this for just a minute. See if I can find my little silver piece. That's a little piece of copper. Yep. I saved that. Oop. It's all aluminum. 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 And yes, you're probably saying, damn, that's an awful small piece of aluminum. Excuse me, pollen. It adds up. You just put it all together, it adds up. Look at that strand I'm getting of copper off of this thing. See? Things have a lot more copper than you think. And that might be a fairly thin wire. Although you can't bend it, so it's #1. It's #1 copper. Put that in my #1 copper bin right there. Wrap that out just like that. Wrap it up on that #1 finger. Copper. Okay, so what else are we getting off of this thing? Here we go. Alright, now we're getting into something. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got in here. There it is. I'm seeing silver in there. 4 pieces. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on, damn it. That makes me mad. Okay, so anyway, see what I got left. I just dropped 2 pieces, literally dropped 2 pieces of silver. Okay, so right in here, we'll cut this thing open again. Just a little piece. Probably thinking it's not worth it. But it's silver, people. How can it not be worth it? There it is. That's a button right there. And in that button, oops, here we go, drop this one too, Andrew. On that button is a piece of silver. Okay, hopefully you can see that. A little piece of silver. And you can get a pair of pliers onto that and pull it right out. It's a piece of aluminum. So there's one piece. I had 4. Dropped one. So I always save them. I just cut into them until they fall apart. Here we go. Little button right there. Silver. Right there. You can see that, I guess. Real small. Save it. That is silver. Alright. So we still have some good stuff here. That is just a small piece of copper wire, it looks like. Yeah. And so that's a little tiny piece. Why throw it away? And that is definitely aluminum. So what do we got next? We have a little funky thing right here. There's a little a nut on it right there, but I'm gonna bet there's definitely something magnetic in there. I'm not sure what it is, but I just love taking things apart and seeing what's in there at least once, so that next time I might not have to tear it apart. Oh, there it is. Another little piece of silver. See that? That's a piece of silver. That's a pretty good sized piece, actually. So I'll be saving that. And of course, that is made of, nice button, that is made of steel, because it sticks to my magnet. So there you go. There was actually 6 pieces of silver on that thing. I got 4 out of 6, so it's not too bad. Look at, oh, look at here, 2 buttons I missed. Silver, 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 aluminum. Ah, yeah, gun it. So I lost a couple. Oh well. Maybe somebody will find them in a million years. So anyways, that was what I found on this. Now I always, from this point, just take my cutters, normally, to be honest with you, a hacksaw. And I cut this as close as I can to get most copper out of it. I'll clean that piece up. So I'm going to take this off of here. I'm going to get 14 cents a pound for this. I got just a little bit of copper. I got some aluminum. I got some silver beads. A couple silver beads. Almost over there. That's trash. That's magnetic trash. I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and that'll be what I got out of this. Unless, here we go, another piece right here. I didn't think about this. Let me get these off here. I'm not sure if so the wire is copper, that's a good thing. And the connectors on this are aluminum. I saved them. That plastic doesn't come up very easy, so I melt it off. So I guess the best way to get that off is to beat it with a hammer one time. And then that makes everything on that garbage. Now, this thing here had a clicker in it. Alright, had a little button on the side. That tells me there's a possibility of silver. Let's see what I got here. Not sure what that was. Okay, so I know I got some brass here. I'm not willing to lose this silver on this one, if there is any. I don't even know yet. Ain't one way to find out, people. I know that's aluminum. I'll save all them pieces. Eventually I'll have a 5-gallon bucket of them. And then these little pieces here, which are just a piece of brass, I save it. Oh, I see it. There's a little button on the other side of that right there. So this one here I'm not going to lose. I'm not losing my silver on this one. Take it apart gently. See just how much silver is in this thing. Hope I'm getting all this. That is definitely a silver button. This is in a compressor, a dehumidifier. There's 2 buttons in there. Look at that. They've been fired on electricity quite a few times too. See that? There's a little silver, and it's on a piece of brass. And then another little piece of silver right there. Oh, and another one right there. There and there, 2 pieces. That's silver. I mean, people, I'm not kidding with you. That is real silver. So when you're taking these things apart, don't throw away these things without getting all them pieces and parts off of it. And I still have one here that I haven't taken it apart yet. So first time for everything. I want to tell you, I have not taken one of these apart. Doesn't look too difficult. I do not know the name of it, to be honest with you. It's just one of the parts on this thing that I'm going to see what's in it. Just in case there's a piece of silver in there hiding from me. Oh, there's all kinds of silver in there. Something just jumped out. Yeah, there's silver in there. Come here. Silver. Silver. There is copper. There is brass. Check this out. You're coming out of there. I don't care. There you go. Little dot of silver. Right there. Save all that. Eventually it will add up. Garbage. Now here we have something I'm just going to crush. I don't think there's any more silver in it. There is some brass. So I'm going to take that. I know it's small. Look, I know it's small. I'm a hoarder. I like to take little things like that. And I know that it's brass. It doesn't stick to my magnet. Keep a magnet right here handy. So I got a lot of goodness out of this thing already. So all this, all my little brass pieces, all my little aluminum pieces, all my little copper pieces, they all add up. Every one of them add up. And there's still another piece right down here I'm missing. Another piece of silver. It's down in there. Right in there. And that's not getting away from me. Trying not to beat it up too much. There we go. Got hold of it. well, being a little bugger, so it just means you got to deconstruct a little bit more there. Look at that piece. Goodness gracious, I almost threw that away. A piece of silver right there. That's a lot of silver. And it's on a solid piece of brass. So I'm going to turn this all into goodness. Take this little piece here off. And this is aluminum. Save it. Little piece of brass with silver button. Save it. Alright, what we got left? We don't have much left to take apart on this thing, except for this. And I'm telling you, I am willing to believe that there is something in here, and I don't know what. I don't know, but one way to find out. Cut it open. Let me see what's in there. I don't see anything that resembles a button. Oh, what's in here? A piece of copper. And brass. And by the way, I learned some of this stuff that I'm doing right now from this awesome dude on the internet. His name is Tin Man Scrapper. And he's a lot like me. Doesn't like to throw anything away. Especially if it has somehow money attached to it. So this is basically just a unedited video of me. Not going to take much out. Oh, darn it. I hate that one, but I lost that piece. And that's pretty much crap. Alright, so that's what I got. Take my fins off, cut my copper off here. Got my copper here. Got a whole bunch of little goodies here. Just all this little small stuff. Looks like I still have this to take apart. One more thing to smash with a hammer. And a lot of goodness here. All this goodness right here. These are all just parts and pieces that will, oops. It will add up in the long run. Maybe not in the short run. And some of this stuff I'll melt down myself, by the way. I just melt it down. But I don't like to give anything to the scrap yard necessarily and let them make the money. So I take all this stuff here and I make the money. Alright people, thanks for watching. That's what it took to take this thing apart. Hope you got something from that. Boy, did I did. I got a lot of good stuff from there. Copper, aluminum, brass, and silver. So to me, that's a good haul. All my little stuff with all my little silver beads everywhere. I'm liking it. Thanks for watching.